What is good, wishers? Welcome back. It is another Tuesday, and it is Indie Tuesdays. I'm your host, Morgan Ashley. If you are new to the show, welcome. If you are not, welcome back. Here on Indie Tuesdays is where I share with you an up-and-coming indie artist. This artist that I have with me has already done the groundwork for her craft. She started off School of Rock in Las Vegas, later on Broadway for Kids, and then on top of that, attends Las Vegas Academy of the Arts, majoring in vocals and minoring in film. Then later on, yes, doesn't stop there, attends OC Hit as a singer and songwriter and finishes up Point Blank Music. And majored, I believe, in DJing and music production. All right?
Yes.
Please welcome YSA.
Hi.
Thank you for being my Indie Tuesday Artist of the Day.
Of course. Thank you so much for having me.
I've had so much fun just looking through your resume of what you've done so far in music. And I want to know, you've already done so much groundwork. What inspired you to even get into the arts?
I actually started off as a ballerina dancer when I was about 3 or 4 years old. My mom got me into ballet, and shortly after, through elementary school, I was interested in the school band where you would kind of play triangle and just little things like that. So I kind of got more into music that way, and I started singing around the house, and my mom kind of noticed that I was a little bit good at singing, and so she was like, you know what, let's get her into vocal lessons.
Nice.
And so that's when she got me into School of Rock, and I kind of started music that way. Cool. Super shy and nervous. I would always have my hands in my shirt and I didn't know what to do, but that's kind of how I got into music, and then I slowly started to do a little bit more over time.
That's awesome. Shout out to moms for getting you started in that.
Yeah.
And I've noticed usually artists in general are shy in a certain part of their lives, but when it comes to music, it's just an outlet that they can show who they really are. So it's cool. It's nice to have a reserved part to yourself and then show you the world who you are as an artist too.
Definitely,
you know?
Definitely.
Welcome to naturesideal.com. We are a family enterprise of products made natural. Here you'll find plenty of knowledge about healthy living tips with great natural and organic products, from babies to enriching health and beauty supplements. At naturesideal.com, we get excellent reviews because of our great products, our low prices, and our superior customer service. Call 1-800-677-0184 or check us out at naturesideal.com. Healthy living starts with Nature's Ideal. naturesideal.com.
But for those who are trying to figure out who you are as a person, I do want to know, if you were to describe yourself in 5 words, how would you describe yourself?
I would say outgoing, bubbly, determined, funny. A lot of people say you're really funny, and I'm I don't see it, but I mean, I just go with it. You just gotta go with it.
You can't force it. You are funny if you're funny, you know?
Yeah, and then ambitious.
Nice.
I'd say that's a good.
That's a nice solid 5 foundation.
Yeah, I think that's good.
I love that you said ambitious, because not too many would already be at the start of their career with establishing an independent record label. So I did see that summer of last year, you opened up YSA Records LLC.
Yes.
Right. That's crazy. I want to know, how did that go about? Was that a tough thing to do, or was it actually a little bit easier than what you thought it was going to be?
I'd say a little bit of both. It definitely wasn't super easy getting into it. You kind of have to do a lot of the legal things, and you kind of learn a lot as a musician getting into that. But I had a lot of support from my family, and I also had a lot of support from my team and Danny, and she kind of they helped me guide through this path. So awesome. It was a little bit of both. It's definitely a learning experience.
It's definitely the business part of music business, for sure.
Yes.
But it's something I feel every indie artist should have some kind of say in. And for you to start that off is so great. So kudos to you.
Thank you.
But I do know that after that, you released 3 songs last year, just after establishing your record label. So in September of last year, you released Only If You Let It.
Yes.
Right? And then later on, you released Heaven in November. And then December, you gave everybody a little treat, and you sang a duet with your brother.
Yes.
For White Christmas.
Yes.
Right? That's wild. So I just, before we get, because I know you have new music coming out, before we get into that, I did want to say I enjoyed the single you had out in September, but I really connected with Heaven.
Really?
Yes. And I wanted to know, because what caught me is the vibe that you had with that song. Is that song about the love for music, or is it interpreted however you want to interpret it to whoever's listening?
I think it's definitely up to interpretation.
Okay.
But when I wrote it, I really wanted to write sort of an ode to music itself.
Nice.
As if music could, like, were a person.
Yes.
And I kind of expressed my love, you know, you're the closest thing to heaven. And that's kind of something I really enjoyed doing, but I know when people listen to it, they could even relate it to a person.
Exactly. I love that. It
could be anyone. It could be a parent, a sibling, a significant other, anything. So that's what I really like about the song.
I noticed exactly how you put it. It was written so beautifully. You could connect it to whatever your piece of heaven is. That's like heaven. And music happens to be one of those things. So that's beautiful. So thank you for putting that out.
Of course.
If you haven't heard it, you need to go listen. And speaking of new music, I want to know more about what you have in store for us later. But we're going to take a quick break and we're going to talk about our sponsorship today of Leon LA Eyewear. We would like to thank one of our sponsors, Leon LA Eyewear. At Leon LA Eyewear, style comes hand in hand with their simple design. From stylish shades to prescription glasses, Leon LA Eyewear has got you covered. So make sure to check their other products. Just visit their Instagram page at Leon LA Eyewear. And now we're back from that break. I want to know a little bit more about this new single that you have released onto the world called Ramen on Melrose.
Yes.
That's such a wild title. I want to know what's the background behind this song.
So Ramen on Melrose is actually a song written about a restaurant called Ramen Melrose.
Okay.
And it's about a restaurant I used to go to with an ex-boyfriend of mine.
Okay.
And I kind of wanted to write about the experience I had, what it was like just going to the restaurant, and I kind of wrote about what it was like going with him.
Okay.
And I hope that my listeners can kind of relate to this similar situation and like what it's about. So
nice. Get it now because it's out on all platforms?
Yes, on all
okay.
platforms.
Okay.
All platforms right now.
Now, will there be, because I did see that you had a music video to your first single. Are you going to have a music video to this single?
I'm hoping we can do a music video for this. I have some great ideas for a music video. I'm looking forward to releasing that.
Nice.
And whenever that will be, I hope that my listeners can definitely keep an eye out for that.
Nice.
Yeah.
And if anything, in the time being, people can listen to your single and make their own fan lyric videos and maybe push the song even more.
Yes.
So
great idea.
With people either way.
Yes.
So if people want to know more about you and your music, where is the best social media for people to follow?
I would say Instagram is probably the best. All social media platforms, YouTube, TikTok, YISA Music Official is where you can find me.
Nice. And last but not least, I'm sad to say the show is coming to an end tonight. But before we let you go, are there any last minute shout outs you'd like to give?
First shout out, I would love to thank God for all the blessings and my parents and family for always supporting me. Danny, Lauren, Annika, Joelle, Thomas at OC Hit, and the whole team. Thank you so much.
Thank you again, YISA, for being my Indie Tuesday Artist of the Day.
Thank
Ramen
you.
on Melrose. Make sure to cop that. And make sure to cop Heaven. And Only If You Let It.
Yes.
Yes. Make sure you listen to her catalog. It's amazing. But I will see you next Tuesday. Until then, wishers, keep on wishing.